What's up, YouTube? It's your boy, Zan MMA Man, and today is a pretty sad day. Today, we have to predict the worst card in history. This could be worse than UFC 330. I don't know, man. Like, I'm gonna try my best to predict this, although I barely know these people. Like, alright, let's just start it off. We're about to go. Wait, how many fights? One, two, three. We're about to go 13 for 13. All right. So, starting off, we got Cody Gibson versus Abdul Hussein. For the people watching this on the Eastern time zone of the United States, like me, um, this card starts at 9 a.m. So, you know, gotta wake up pretty early to watch this. But first off, Cody Gibson versus Abdul Hussein, I hardly know these dudes. Let's search up Cody Gibson. Fought last year on a 2-fight losing streak. Actually, 3-fight losing streak. I think no, 2-fight losing streak. And Abdul Hussein. This is his UFC debut, I guess. Yep, UFC debut. So, you know, we're just gonna pick Hussein today. Cody, you got to retire, man. You're 38 compared to 28-year-old man. Like, give it up. All right, then Mike Davis versus Nurulo Aliyev. 25 versus 33. Let's see. Is this another debut? Yep, another debut. These. Oh no, not on debut. Oh, I fought on the contender series. All right, you know, undefeated. And Mike Davis. Let's see. Mike Davis. Okay. Lost to Ferzian. That's not a bad loss. Was scheduled to fight Jude over. I mean, is he black or I don't know? Because he looks like every race into one. So I don't know. I feel like Jude over maybe a split decision due to that, but he's on. You know, and he lost to Gilbert Burns. So his only losses in the UFC are against Gilbert Burns and Ferzian. This is gonna. I feel like this could be a pretty good fight. So, you know, I don't know. I think I think I'll pick Mike Davis for the upset. You know, maybe a little crafty bet performance. All right, let's see Magma Tuchelov, 26 year old, 26 years old, another UAE Warriors fighter. Fought Ian Machado Gary and beat him. You know, what about Ribeiro? Jeez, that's not a good record. Lost to Azamat, lost to Marseille, lost to Ian Machado Gary, lost to Jean Young. Yeah. Uh, I'll pick Tuchelov, bro, to be quite frank. Ismail Bonfim versus Axel Sola. Ismail obviously fought on that double Bonfim card, which was one of the worst cards in history. Even though there were a lot of finishes, but you know, You really couldn't have made a better main event. But double bond from card. I'll pick him over Axel Sol. Ponzinibio. You know, I'm expecting another crafty bad performance by him. Dustin Jacoby, yeah, he got that. And my boy Walter Walker. Walter Walker, you are a legend for calling Chonko John Pork, even though he doesn't like it. But thank you. And also fighting Geodude. So, that's. Wait, how many fights are in the prelims? One. That's 8 for 8 so far. Um, pretty sad that the main event was, well, that Roundtree pull out, but it is what it is. We got bogged on, we got Pitbull. I think Pitbull could. Wait, we're not there yet. So I feel like this is messed up or something. I don't know why. Wait, why is Walter Walker not in the main card? Anyway, these Russian dudes. Let's see. I don't know much about them. I have no idea. He looks like Saeed Nurmagomedov. I swear everyone looks the same. Lost his UFC debut. I'll pick Abu Bakar al Baghdadi. Let's see. Tyrell Fortune. What a legend. Tyrell Fortune versus Kuniev. Beat Tybura. Yeah, that's it. Who against Kuniev? Wait, who did Kuniev beat? Let's check. I gotta learn somehow, bro. Oh, he fought in Almeida's last fight. Jeez. Wait, no. Oh, I think this was Almeida's last fight. Yeah. The worst point down in UFC history, also. I'm pretty sure that it was that fight. So, just for that, Tyrell, you got that. You got that in the bag. We're picking Jonko. Actually, no. We're going to pick the underdog victory by the youngster, Damian Respecki. Podolin, I love Lewandowski. I love Blaszczykowski. I love Spignev. Um, also undefeated. He's 10-0 in MMA. Like, what else would you want from him? Like, and Chanko is just 8-0, old, only known for. He wouldn't be on this card. He wouldn't be in the UFC if it wasn't for people. If it wasn't for Demetrius Mighty Mouse Johnson uploading that video. And that's a fact. Oh, the model, bro. The model Dulatov. God, alright. I'm not gonna get too ahead of myself, Hopefully no one finds this. Alright, let's just move on. Oh, Steve Urseg, bro. Steve Urseg beat Pantoja, man. People forget, man. People forget. Steve Urseg beat Pantoja. It could have been Steve Urseg versus Joshua Van. Think about that. Steve Urseg coming off that win. I like his new persona. He's kind of getting with the fans a bit better. Yeah, that win against Tim Elliott kind of helped him beat Ozzy Osbourne. I used to think he was a really boring fighter and like just a boring personality. He's just lame. But now, I like Steve Ursay. I had a friend one time. He asked me, like, if you were to take a punch from one UFC fighter, who would it be? And I told him, I don't know. I would like like probably like a he's told me like a body shot. So I don't know. Like that's gonna be hard. I'd probably pick like a wrestler that doesn't have that much power on him. So probably like some random flyweight wrestler. But that isn't Steve Russo. Steve Russo. We love Steve Russo here, but he doesn't. And you know who you are. And he said, "Dude, I would just take one from like Steve Russo," which is not funny. Steve Russo would knock you out cold, man. I'm telling you, 20 pounds lighter than you, man. He would still knock you out cold. And then the main event of the evening, Ankh versus Bogdan. Bogdan, the dude from Breaking Bad, the car wash guy with the big eyebrows. You know, is it is it is it crazy for me to say that Bogdan has a chance here? I don't think so. That might not be a hot take, but I really think he does have a chance. He didn't he knock out. Oh, what's that one dude's name? That was supposed to be the next big thing. Well, I think he fought Nikita Krylov, but he fought someone else. Oh, I think it was just Krylov. I was thinking of Rakic, but they never fought. Um, yeah, it was Nikita Krylov who knocked him out. That was a pretty good knockout, honestly. And Ankalaev, he beat Poatan. He beat Oh, he's the one who beat Rakic and Johnny Walker. Dude's a draw man. Well, him and Jan Blakovic, but those are my prediction. Oh, I never even said who I thought was gonna win. You know, I feel like that fight could kind of be fun, which is kind of crazy to say, but like I would want to see Guskov's takedown defense. And maybe like you know uppercut him. Maybe like throw an elbow. Something like that. Maybe rock. Maybe we got to fight. But that'll be it for me. 13 minutes about predicting the worst card in UFC history. Well, until UFC 330. I'll be back for that. I'll see you in around. Let's see. Let's do some math. 13 or 14 hours for the immediate reactions to this card. If I ever become famous, it's going to be pretty. This card will hold a special place in my heart as the first card I ever reviewed and predicted on YouTube. Thank you so much, everybody. Bet the whole house on my predictions. I'm the smartest casual out there. I'll see y'all on the flip.